Sandy G. Welcome back. Today I want to share the recipe for my bread and butter pudding. I haven't made it in a long time, but it's one of my favorites. The last recipe I shared with you was my rum popo or my eggnog, and I used that eggnog to make my bread and butter pudding. So I saved a bottle especially for my bread and butter pudding today. I hope you've made yours already, because if you have, then you're able to join me and make this bread and butter pudding. Okay, let me share my ingredients. Here I have 1 cup of raisin, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to add that at the end. I used 1 stick of butter, and I buttered the bread already, so I won't be doing that right now. And here's the bread that I used. This is the size of the loaves that I used. I used 1 pack of bread for this. I have my 1 quart of eggnog that I will be using. And I have an additional cup of milk, evaporated milk, in case I need to add more liquid. I also have 1 cup of sugar that I am going to dissolve into the evaporated milk before I add it to the bread and butter that's laid out in the pan, because I needed to add just a little sweetener to the extra sweetening to the bread pudding. So I'm going to sprinkle in the raisins. As you see, I've already buttered the bread, and I'm using a 12-inch square pan. And it's 12-inch square, and it's 3 inches high. And you see that 1 pack of bread fits nicely in this pan. Let me add some of the cinnamon. I'll add some now. I'll mix it in. Don't worry about that. So let me continue with this. And here is the exciting part. I'm going to add the eggnog. I'm going to use this whole quart on the bread. Try to get it well saturated. Smells so good already. Okay. And now I'm going to go through the slices, cut them up. So what I really want to do is I want to get it really saturated, and I'm going to have to work with these little slices now that I'm cutting them up, and make sure they're getting all that good eggnog in there, that good rum popo in there, right? And then when I cut it up, I can make sure all those little spaces that weren't filled can just fill in, okay? Make sure to try that eggnog recipe, because you will definitely enjoy it. I also, the other day, I used it in my coffee. Wasn't bad either. Tastes kind of like an Irish coffee. I really enjoyed it. Okay. If it doesn't have enough moisture to you, just go ahead and add a little milk. I think I need to add a little milk to this, so I'm going to go ahead and add this 1 cup of milk. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to sprinkle the rest of the cinnamon on here. And then I'm going to take a fork and just press it down so that eggnog and milk can be saturated in. All right, so here's the bread pudding, and this is what I mean when I say when I when I use my fork, I want to see that it's well saturated, that is squishing through, okay? So you want to make sure you do that with the entire bread and butter pudding. See that corner right there. And make sure that it's compact, because when you set in the bread at first, because they're all individual slices, they're in their own space, but after you start doing this, then you'll have your nicely compacted bread pudding. Okay. So now it's ready to go in the oven. And I'm going to put it in the oven at 375, and I'll put it in there for 30 minutes. Okay? And then you'll see the results. Those raisins and the cinnamon. Okay. So I've placed it in the oven, and then let's wait and see the results. All right, guys, I have just taken out the bread pudding out the oven. It looks so delicious. I can't wait to taste it. I'm gonna let it cool off for a little bit before I cut into it, but I can already tell that it's going to be great. They say the proof is in the pudding, so let me try this pudding, this bread and butter pudding. I really like it, guys, and I would love for you to try it. Make sure to try it, and make sure to let me know if you have tried it. Write a comment. Thank you so much for being a part of this channel. I really love having you here. Please like, please subscribe, and share. Share with your family and friends. And if you have a recipe you would like me to try, let me know, and I would sure like to try it. Have a wonderful day. Bye.